Y'all just want the best for everyone. Everyone should have the right to have the best. I think the wine is getting to me at this point, y'all. We about to have to cut this short.
Save your tears, honey. You're a motherfucking diva.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Lex. If you couldn't tell by the title, today we're getting into like a girl chat, advice column, like just topics. I feel like this video is literally gonna be all over the place, but when you're having a wine night with your best friend, like, don't y'all topics be all over the place? Like, that's just the vibe in this video. We're just gonna cover everything. Thank you guys, shout out to y'all for asking me all the questions and topics and for advice on Instagram. Anytime I ask you guys, y'all are the bomb. If you're not following me on Instagram, what you do, well, maybe it's linked right in my description box. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. So yeah, I'm excited for a little sit down girl chat type video. I haven't had one of these on my channel maybe like a month or so, maybe even more. But before we get into the topics and the advice and everything, I wanted to go ahead and shout out today's sponsor, which is Bright Cellars. We have a sponsor in the form of wine, y'all. Like, that's perfect for a girls' night. Anytime I do these sit down videos, I always have wine anyway, so it's finally sponsored. The wine is sponsored. Like, and I have worked with them before. They're absolutely amazing, and I'm super excited to try the new wines that they have sent over. I really like Bright Cellars because they match you with wines from all over the world, curated directly for you, your taste, your palate. Everything is super personalized. So basically what you do, you go online, you take a quick 7-question quiz. That way they can gather all your taste preferences and deliver you the perfect wines. They send them directly to your door, which is amazing, super convenient. The cool thing about it is that each box comes with wine education cards. So for each bottle, it outlines the tasting notes, the suggested pairings, the best serving temperature, and the origin. So it shows you exactly where the wine comes from. So tonight was a little difficult because out of the 4 wines, there was 3 wines that I really wanted to crack open and try tonight, but I'm just gonna try one at a time. So the first one was called Meet Cute, which is a white blend. It's a sweet white, so it has peach, nectarine, apricot, honeysuckle. I do enjoy sweet white wines, but I think I'm probably gonna save that for like a brunch type meal or something cute during the day. The second one was Albatron, which is a light bodied red. It has cherry, raspberry, red currant, and anise. And then the last one is actually the one I decided to go with for tonight. It's called the Obscura. I'm reading right off of these cards. It is raspberry, strawberry, plum, black pepper, a classic Californian Zinfandel. And I thought that would be perfect for tonight. Those flavors sound good. And this is my first glass, but I'm almost done. And I put the rest in the refrigerator for me to chill for my second glass. So obviously I really do enjoy it. It's really good. Bright Cellars is giving my followers 60% off their first 4-bottle box. So please support my channel by following the link to take the quiz and get started today. Okay, y'all, I had to give myself a blanket. I refilled my glass. Now we are ready. So should I start with an advice question or a topic? I think we'll kick it off with some advice, you know? Ask Lex, what would Lex do? How would you respond to seeing your man constantly flirting on IG and text? Nothing serious, all small talk, no signs of taking girls on dates or any physical cheating like sex. He's home every night by 9 p.m. Seems like he's keeping the door open for possibilities if we won't work. Because I do threaten him to leave during arguments. Is the flirting worth breaking up over? I'm really on edge and have no tolerance for BS. Hopefully that makes sense. I was trying to make a long story short. Okay, so what would Lex do in this situation? It may seem, you know, harmless, the flirting and things, but if it's something that is bothering you and you bring it to your man's attention and he continues to do it, even though it may seem like harmless flirting, it's upsetting you. Like, it's upsetting you, it's making you uncomfortable. If you've shown him that you feel uncomfortable and he keeps doing it, yes, I feel like that is grounds for breaking up because that's disrespect. Like, and I don't think, you know, I mean, I get little flirting here and there, like, but if that's not something that you're doing, like if you're not in men's DMs, you know, flirting with them and little stuff here and there, I think that's annoying. Like, I don't like seeing little flirty heart eyes, like little stuff. Like, why are you even really talking? Like, why are you even really having, like, and this is just me. This is literally just me. Like, why are we being so friendly with everyone? I don't like that. So I can get where you're coming from, but for sure, if it's something that has bothered you and it's something that is not gonna stop and it's something that is constant, I feel like that is definitely grounds for elimination, for sure, because it's complete disrespect at this point. And girl, first of all, because I'm about to tell you something about yourself too, because I do threaten him to leave during arguments. That can get annoying too. Like, every time you guys get into a little spat, like, don't throw the fact that you're gonna leave me. Like, if a man did that to me, like every time we got into a little disagreement, he's like, I'll leave you, blah, blah, blah. I'm not really jacking that, because it's like, okay, if that's your go-to, every single time we have a little spat, like a little argument, then like, leave. Like, if you really don't want to be with me, like, don't be with me. You know what I'm saying? That could be how he feels too. And that even makes more sense, girlfriend, because if my man just, you know, if the roles were reversed and every time we got into a little argument and he's like, I'm gonna leave you, best believe I'm gonna want to keep my options open too. Like, this girl, I could sneeze wrong and she'll up and leave me. So she's not about to leave me out here looking stupid with my dick in my hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, just watch your words, use them carefully, and stop threatening to leave your partner anytime y'all have a little disagreement, or just leave. Like, if you really gonna leave, leave. You know, so watch that. But he's wrong, definitely, for disregarding how you feel about flirting with them girls. I don't like that. Woo! Lex, please, I'm trying not to be long-winded tonight, but this wine is gonna do it. I'm really trying, because this video will end up being 50 minutes long of me just but y'all, like, this is really, like, we really gonna be talking, like. So if you haven't poured your glass of wine, this may be a long one. This may be a long one. Okay, so now we're just gonna go, okay, so let's just do a topic now. Let's get into some topics and then we'll go back to what I would do in y'all situations. And this is just what I would do in my, like, I'm not perfect. I'm just a very opinionated person. I'm not judging anyone, none of that, y'all. Okay, what's a good topic for tonight? How did you get started into gardening? Hold on. I don't even have a garden. I don't have a garden. I'm not into gardening. I have a patio with I have a fake plant here. Oh, maybe you mean like from my floral arrangements that I get every week. I wouldn't, you know, think that's gardening. It's pretty much just putting bouquets of flowers together. I just learned actually from my sister, gave me the idea to go to Trader Joe's and just put together a pretty little bouquet for your house. That's to the extent I go as far as gardening. One day when I have my own house in the backyard, I do want to grow like my own apples and maybe cucumbers and stuff, but girl, that was just funny though. So was that, how did you get into gardening? No garden. Follow up on your reading. Was the prophecy accurate? Okay, so I've actually had a lot of questions about the reading that I got from a medium about not a year and a half yet. It's just about over a year. I got a reading and I filmed it and I told you guys about it, and a lot of you guys are asking like how was it? Did it come true? So actually a lot of the stuff she said came true. You know, if you go back, I'm probably just gonna link the video for anyone who's interested in going to like get into detail about the reading and everything like that. I'm just gonna link it up here. But basically, from what I remember, she was saying that moving to Atlanta, because this is before I had even moved to Atlanta, she was saying that she's seen that for me, first of all, because I'm gonna give this 3 minutes, that's it. She had told me that she's seen me moving. This was before I had really like even got my apartment, really made the decision. Like, she's seen me moving for sure, so that came true. She's seen that it was gonna be very fruitful for me. I was gonna end up making more money than I was making. She said it's gonna be really good in terms of money and stuff like that, which it has been. She said my current boyfriend looks good. She's seen him. It's so weird, like, looking back. She was saying how the relationship looks good. What else was she saying? I don't know, but all in all, guys, like I said, if you're truly interested in that topic, go watch that video, and everything from that video pretty much came true. So yes, the prophecy was right on. She was really good. I was actually thinking about going and getting another one, but I don't want to become addicted to, like, every time I'm worried about something in my life, or every time I want to, like, feel like secure in what I'm doing, I go reach out to a medium. I kind of wanted it to be like a one-time thing, just to see how it went, and it was really cool. And that's it. I'm probably just gonna leave it alone from now. But that was a good topic, because like, people often DM me like, how was that? So it was a good thing for me. Thoughts on being 30 and single with no kids? Why is that a problem? I feel like I hate that 30 is just like society's end all be all for everything. You should be married by 30, you should have kids by 30, you should have traveled the world and lived your life and have your 6-figure job at 30. Like, listen, I hate that people put those standards on yourself, because everyone feels that 30-year-old pressure for whatever reason. If you want to be 30 with no kids, single, unmarried, still figuring life out, guess what? That's fine. Like, that's fine, I promise you. And I can see myself 30 with no kids, because I really am still enjoying. I say that now at 25 because I'm still enjoying my youth so much. I'm enjoying traveling and being selfish and doing this and just dating and having fun. Like, so I can see myself at 30 like, oh damn, I'm already 30 and I ain't got no kids. Like, you know, time flies. And when you're really enjoying your life and what's going on, and you know, if you're happy with what the hell you got going on in your life, who cares with 30 no kids? Who cares? So that's how I feel about that. Like, don't let society pressure you into having your life all together and your kids and you're married and this by 30. Like, I promise you, there's life beyond 30. Cheers to that. This is a good topic too, okay? So people are talking about how do you build up enough courage to go and take yourself on dates. I've got solo dates, talk about solo dates, talk about how you go and take yourself out to restaurants. And let me just give you all a little bit of backstory. The first time I ever was open about taking myself out on a lunch date was back in college, and I wanted to go to McAllister's. Like, McAllister's is what we had on campus. It was kind of like a Panera Bread. They had soup sandwiches, whatever. It was the middle of the afternoon. All my friends were in class, you know. Anyone who I would have reached out to was unavailable. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just go enjoy lunch by myself. So I go sit down, snap a picture of my soup and sandwich, post solo date. This is back in college. This was probably 5 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever. And not even within a few minutes, people were like, this is no lie, I wish I still had the DM. This is probably back when like I had Snapchat. I was probably back on Snapchat. People were like, are you okay? Like, is everything okay with you? Like, are you, like, people were really concerned. Sorry guys, my camera cut off because my memory card was full. But anyway, people were in my DMs talking about, are you okay? Are you okay? Is everything all right? A few people laughed, called me lame, like jokingly. I'm like, so that's when it dawned on me, like this really isn't a normal thing, especially for college goers. Like, it was unheard of for a girl like me who was social, who had friends, to go out and eat by herself. And that is exactly the moment where I was like, okay, this makes me want to do this way more, because it just shows how dependent a lot of people are on other people to go out and have fun, go out and enjoy yourself, go out and try a new restaurant, new museum. Girl, if you don't take yourself out, like, there's never gonna be a time where I'm gonna wait around for someone else to experience something that I want to experience. You know, you've seen me go on picnics by myself, you've seen me take myself out to breakfast, lunch, dinner by myself, for a drink by myself. Like, I will absolutely do it. Maybe because I'm comfortable in my own skin. Like, the question was, how do you build up enough courage to take yourself out? And I'm like, girl, you are your own best friend. Like, I'm my own best friend. I don't need no courage. Like, I want to hang out with myself. I want to go to the movies with myself. So I truly hope for anyone who's like at home feeling weird, like you feel stuck because you don't have many friends, or you know, you feel like people are gonna look at you weird if you're at the bar enjoying a lunch by yourself. I promise you, ain't nobody worried about you. Like, they're gonna look over and see you enjoying some. That's what I do. When I'm never that person who looks over, sees someone eating by themselves and is like, oh my God, that person must just be miserable. Like, maybe because I'm that person a lot, and the truth is, like, they're fine. 9 times out of 10, they're fine. Like, and for all the men, because I have come across this too. If there's any men that are watching, I know it may seem really harmless to you guys, but if you see a nice young lady enjoying a meal by herself, that is not open sesame to go bother her. Like, please leave her alone. Please leave her alone, okay? She's fine. And that's that on that. Baby girl, take yourself to lunch tomorrow. That's your sign. So we're gonna go back to some advice for the girlies. So, baby girl has DM'd me and said, the person I was in love with is now getting married, engaged to someone else. People send pics to me and blah, blah, blah. It literally says blah, blah, I'm not being rude. How do I move on without acting like I've moved on? I'm unhappy, but would love to move on in my life. I'm sorry, first of all, I'm sorry. That is hard to watch someone that you were in love with, you know, move on with someone else when you're still not at that place yet. I can only imagine. But for one, you have to start being honest with others around you. Like, you can't, I'm not gonna say you can't, I'm gonna say I wouldn't act like I'm unbothered when I'm truly bothered. Because people will, you know, I don't like these type of people. I think they're actually pretty insensitive. I would never send a girlfriend or a guy friend of mine like pictures of their ex being happy, or like updates on your ex. Like, why are you sending me updates of my ex? Like, but it doesn't help if you're like, oh, I don't care about him, blah, 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 and you're like acting like you're over him. What I would do is I would be honest with everyone and say, hey, this is kind of still a sensitive subject. I'm still trying to move on from it. Can you avoid sending me and reminding me about what my ex is doing? It's really putting me in a bad space. That's what I would start with. Just be honest. Be like, hey, stop sending me shit. I don't want to see it. I'm pissed. I hope you're not like lurking on pages and looking at like stuff like that can really hurt your feelings. So what I would do is just disconnect from everything, block him off of everything. I don't want to see what you're doing. From that, you can start to heal yourself, do things that you like to do things that make you happy, do things that are kind of going to get the whole thought of him and his new fiance or whatever out of your brain. Like, girl, he's moved on, so I think you should do the same. So stop lurking, stop checking. Tell people to stop sending you crap about him and her, because that ain't none of your business anymore. You can get through it. It's gonna take some time, and it's gonna take some detaching from the social medias and the, you know, all that. You have to detach yourself. So the best of luck on moving on from someone that you have been with and that you have once loved. But don't you worry. With time and self-love and self-care, you will come back around full circle. You're gonna find you someone, you're gonna be happy and all that, okay? I wish the best for you. So the topic is friends who are never happy for their friends and want to be the only ones that win. Those aren't your friends. You have to, so the first thing is distinguishing what a friend is. A friend is never, a real good, true friend is never gonna be one who's unhappy for your success, who can only see themselves win, who doesn't have any room for anyone else to be great. Like, that is a narcissist. And narcissists can't have friends. Well, they can have friends only if you allow it, but that would never be someone who I would surround myself with, because it's draining. It's like, it's always about you. I can never do this. You're jealous, you know. It's just, I need everyone to stop attaching themselves to people who are shitty, you know, just because they want friends, or, you know, y'all been friends for years. And if someone is showing you like this type of behavior, like, is just never happy for you, never congratulates you, is jealous, like is a hater asshole, girl, get rid of her. Like, she gotta go. We don't like her. I don't like her for you, whoever you're talking about. So what are your thoughts? I want to hear from y'all too. Obviously, I want to hear from y'all on all of these topics. So leave comments, give your opinions, give your advice. Like, I want to hear from all of y'all. Like, this is an open discussion with all these questions. So this is a good one, because I think I've actually spoke about this on my channel before. What are your thoughts on Bachelor, Bachelorette parties in general, or the last hurrah? Honestly, like, I don't like them. Like, I don't like the concept of a bachelor party where all this just might be my insecurities or whatever, you know, all your guy friends coming over and y'all drinking, y'all go to a strip club, and you know, I don't like it. I don't like it. Why can't we just have a nice quiet dinner with all of our girlfriends and guy friends, and you know, they send us off and give their blessings, you know, to have a great life? Like, I don't really want a male stripper shaking his thing in my face the night before my wedding. Like it'll be fun when it happens, but like the thought of a bachelorette party and dick lollipops, it's just, it doesn't excite me. Like, it really, the whole thing, truly just my opinion, is very tacky. If I was to have a bachelorette party, I would want it to be very classy and cute and like fun, and just not like as tacky and raunchy as they usually are. And I'm sorry if I'm offended anyway. The whole, something about that, it's unsettling to me. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm sure I'll vlog the whole thing if I'm still on YouTube for whenever I get married. Oh, this is like X-rated, back when I was Scandal X type topic, but we'll talk about it just for a few minutes here. How to be better at sex. Like, I want to give my man the best ride of his life. Someone actually said that. So the only way I feel like you're gonna get better at sex is with practice. Like, truly, you have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to be completely comfortable with your partner if you want to have like amazing, great intercourse. Like, and sometimes if you need new tips and stuff, and you know, new positions, you know, there's something called porn that people actually get ideas from. You can go on the website and literally, with your boyfriend, if he's open to that, if your man's open to that, get some new positions, some new ideas, maybe that can stir up a hot night. Actually, you pour a few drinks with your man, watch something. It might turn out to be a really, really fun night. And just communication is everything, especially with sex with your partner. Like, you have to communicate. This is what I'll ask him, what he likes. Straight up, baby, what do you want from me? Like, what turns you on the most? Don't be shy. Don't be shy to ask these questions, as well as he shouldn't be shy to ask you, baby, what turns you on? Because it's a two-way street, okay? Everyone at the end of the night should be satisfied. You get yours, I get mine. It's a great night. Let's go to sleep. Oh my goodness. Can you mind your manners? How long is this video so far, y'all? It's giving 25 minutes already. I don't know. I haven't even edited already. Obviously, I haven't edited yet. Ooh, and we're gonna take a drastic turn of events. Something a little more serious. So, one of my girlfriends has said she hid an abortion from her boyfriend, but it's eating her up now, and he's been bringing up having kids. This is actually something that's really, really tough First of all, I'm sorry you had to go through that situation. It's never, you know, like a happy ending to that, so I get that. It's too late to go back now, and I know you probably have been beating yourself up about this. I would have definitely consulted my boyfriend beforehand, even though ultimately your body, your choice, of course, I get it. Me just being the person I am, I like to keep things fair as possible. So as much as it was my choice, I feel like the man still has a right to know, you know? So what I would do if I was you, maybe, because it's eating you up, it would be eating me up too. Like, there's no way I could keep it secret like that from the person I love, the person, you know, that I'm with all the time. There's just no way. Probably try to fester up enough courage to go ahead and sit him down and, you know, tell him what had happened. And of course, initially, he may be upset. You have to be prepared for his emotions as well. And hopefully everything will end up good. Everything, you know, give him some space if he needs it, because that's a lot of information for sure, especially to be kept in the dark about. So be open to however he reacts. Hopefully he'll show some grace and understanding, and knowing that moving forward, things can be a little different. So I wish the best for you when it comes to that situation. Ideas on a surprise date for your significant other. So you have to know your partner, you know, you have to know what they're down for, if they're spontaneous, if they're wild, if they like to really have fun. Okay, because my idea, let me tell you honestly, truly, for my boyfriend's last birthday, I was gonna surprise him with skydiving. Like, that's the type of surprise that I like to get into. Like, we go skydiving. But I asked him, you know, how do you feel about skydiving? He was on some like, don't do that. Like, he was on some like punk shit. So, but like skydiving's fun. You can go for like, I like fun stuff. So there's these services in different cities. Here in Atlanta, they have like picnic services, which actually I think I'm gonna do in my next few vlogs, where they set up like a surprise, well, not surprise picnic, but like a luxury picnic, and they have games and they have wines and cheeses, and it's super cute. Like an escape room would be a fun surprise date. Taking them out maybe to, what is the season? You could take them to like a football game. That's a cute surprise date for a guy. What else would a guy like? I don't know. I think if you have a thoughtful man, or if you have a thoughtful girl, anything that you go out of your way to do that is something to, like something for their enjoyment, I think they'll really appreciate anything. Like you have to know your partner. Like if I take my boyfriend out to do anything like cute or whatever, he's gonna like it. So hopefully you have that type of partner that's like easy to please, spontaneous, because that makes it super easy to set up a date or something fun for you guys. So hopefully you figure it out and you have some fun. I almost spit out my wine. I actually did. At this next, I'm just scrolling through it. I just seen, I'm about to cuss everyone out. I'm about to cuss everyone. Everyone's getting cussed out. What would you do if your boyfriend used his ex's nudes to jack off? Literally leave that man, leave that woman, leave. And never look back. And block him on everything. Phone, Instagram, Twitter, email. That man, what? If a man is jacking off to anything, I'ma be, you know, kind of like, okay, like, all right, like I ain't right here. But then it's his ex on top of that. That's disrespect, and that just shows that he is still, you know, thinking about his ex. Oh, sick to my stomach. I want to throw up everywhere. Like I said, this is just a topic, but if this is something that you're dealing with, you better leave now. I got so upset I started coughing. I just want the best for y'all. I just want the best for y'all. I just want the best for everyone. Everyone should have the right to have the best. I think the wine is getting to me at this point, y'all. We about to have to cut this short. I'm gonna answer a few more and then we're gonna have to get out of here. And we have to get out of here, okay? What would you do if one of your girlfriends hooked up with your ex? I would It ain't nothing good, that bitch up. Girl code is really not that hard to follow. It's not that hard to come by. If you can't follow basic girl code, then you can't be my girl. If your girlfriend has ever messed with your ex sexually, I would say cut her off. She's not to be trusted. Me and my best friend are roommates in college. We have our own place, but she has this new boyfriend who's always here. Me and my best friend have had a few talks where we have expressed that we would spend more time together because we felt like we were losing each other. So my wishes were for him to go home at least 2 to 3 times a week so that we could strengthen our bond. That was 2 weeks ago. He hasn't went home yet. And I like my space and I don't like feeling his presence every day. It feels like instead of this being me and her house, it's their house and I'm just a roommate until I get my life together or something. I shouldn't feel that way in a house I pay rent. I don't know what to do and I feel like me expressing my feelings is not working and it's making me push myself away. I'm a Sagittarius, so I don't like feeling like I'm a burden or feeling like my space is being invaded. Please help. Girl, just speaking from experience, when is that lease up? Just because I have been in this space before, however, I wasn't you, I was your roommate. And in college, I had a man just like your roommate, your best friend does, and he would be over all the time, okay? But the only difference is that before we signed the lease, I talked to my roommate about it and I said, hey, you know, I have a boyfriend. He's usually like, you know, I like to be with my significant other anytime I'm in a relationship. I like to be with them pretty much like every day. I'm that type of person. So we had made that clear before she even signed the lease because she had the opportunity to be like, you know what? Actually, you and him can live together. I'm not gonna be in that space. But I will say that it's inconsiderate. It was inconsiderate for me, even though she agreed and was like, yeah, I'm here for it. I'm okay. I'm comfortable with your boyfriend and everything. It's still inconsiderate because in the end of the day, it's you and your best friend. It's 2 women sharing a space together. But like, I would never want to come home and it's, you know, them 2 sprout out on the couch and, you know, watching a movie or, you know, and I'm just like, hey, like, I'm back, you know? It's like, if feeling that way every day, like feeling like a third wheel in your own home every day is trash. Like, so I definitely get where you're coming from, especially now that I've had some time, some years to reflect on what I put my roommate through. It's just a young college immature thing because in the end of the day, I'm not in anyone's relationship, but he should be able to take his girl to his apartment sometimes and spend some time there. And also seems like, you know, a little bit of, you know, you feel that you're losing your friend because, you know, it says that you want to strengthen your bond and stuff like that. So it's just a mix of everything. You being uncomfortable, you feeling like, you know, you never have any alone time with your best friend anymore, you know. So honestly, if I was you in this situation, just being completely honest, I would, when is your lease up? I think I already asked this, but like if your lease is up soon, I would just leave. Because 9 times out of 10, especially if it's like, it seems like a really strong relationship with her and his boyfriend, she's gonna end up wanting to move in with him. Like, that's just how life goes, you know? You get a man, you move in with your man, you do this, you do that. Not saying that I agree with her like leaving you high and dry, but that's just, you have to look at the reality of the situation sometimes and realize that even, I don't recommend, even if you're looking at this video and you're thinking about rooming with your best friend, I would never do it. Like, I would never roommate with anyone that I really care about or any of my best friends, because I would hate to fall out with them over a guy, you know, being over just like living arrangements. It's just something that I would definitely avoid. Or maybe you guys can all sit down and you be like, you know, since y'all want to be here 24/7, maybe do you guys want to take over the lease? And I can just skedaddle, because I cannot imagine at my point in life, you know, being uncomfortable where I lay my head, you know? Like, you should be comfortable. You pay rent there, you live there, you have just as many rights as they do, as she does. He don't really have no rights. Like, You don't pay no rent there. She does. Like, you guys, it should be 50-50, whatever you guys do. So I hope you guys figure that out. It can end, you know, with a little bit of side eyes towards each other, and I hope you guys can really figure this out for the best, because I would hate to lose a best friend over something like that. So this is a question: would you be okay with your husband being a personal trainer for women? So if I met the man and he happened to be a personal trainer and he happens to train women, like, I'm not gonna be mad at that. Like, no, I mean, at the end of the day, women want to work out. Like, why can't, you know, he train women? I'm never gonna get in the way of my significant other's bag, as long as you're being respectful, as long as he checks off all the boxes: respectful, faithful, you know, supportive, whatever. If he checks off all his other boxes, I don't give a shit if he's training women, you know what I'm saying? Don't, you know, be insecure in that way, especially if it's helping the household, especially if it's bringing money to him and he's happy in what he's doing. I'm never gonna be like, hey babe, you can only train men. Like, no. There's all there, you know how many women are looking for personal trainers, and you know, that could be a serious, like, red flag to him. Like, this girl is getting in the way of our bag at the end of the day. Like, you get in the way of me bringing in an extra 50, 60, 70, 100K because you want to be insecure. As long as he's respectful, I have no problem. Train them girls. Get them looking right. Get them before and after pictures so they can go viral, and you can bring more money to me. Like, of course. Okay guys, so I have been very long-winded on these topics, so I feel like this video is just a little tad long. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. Once again, thank you guys so much for asking me so many questions, asking for advice. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question, your topic. I'm definitely gonna be making another one of these videos very soon, so stay tuned. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment. Make sure you check out Bright Cellars, because the wine was very tasty tonight and now I'm feeling very good. So I'm actually gonna head to bed after this. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.